In one of our previous lessons, we consider multiplications of integers. And we consider also rules of multiplying two integers together, and we solve examples on how to apply the rules of multiplying two or more integers. And in today's lesson, we are going to be considering further problems on multiplications of integers. The first question we are looking at: write the next 4 terms in each of the following patterns. So the first thing you need to do before you can solve this problem, you have to study the pattern. Now, you can see the first one we have here, plus 15. And we have plus 12. We have plus 3. We have plus 6. Now, looking at this pattern, there is a general rule assigned to this pattern. We can see here that these are multiples of what? Multiples of 3. Now, we can see the highest number, the pattern, which the highest one in the pattern, highest number in the pattern is plus 15. Now, moving, we have the next one, plus 12. So it's decreasing. So it means that we have here, and the lowest one we have was plus 6. Now, moving back, plus 6, plus 9, plus 12, plus 15. Now, this represents 3 times what? 3 times 2. This is what? 3 times 3. And now, looking at this next one, what do we have here? This is 3 times 4. And this is 3 times 5. So it means that since this one represents 3 times 2, what will be the next number? 3 times what? That will be 3 times 1. And that will give us plus 3. Now, the next number, when you have 1, after 1, that is before 1, what number line? We can see we have 0. And here this is 1, this is 2, this is minus 1, and this is minus 2. Now, since this represents 3 times 1, and this is 3 times 2, this is 3 times 3. Moving backward, times 3, this is times 2, times 1. What will be the next one? After 1, what do we have? We have 1 here. So 1, what do we have? We have 0. So it's like moving like this. 0, we have minus 1, we have minus 2. So what do we have? Before 0, before 1, what do we have? We have 0. So times 0 will give us 0. And the next one, what do we have next? That is minus 1. So we have 3 times minus 1. That will give us what? Minus 3. And the next one, what do we have? Minus 2. 3 times minus 2, what would that give us? That will give us minus 6. So you can see the next four terms are plus 3, 0, minus 3, and minus 6. Now, looking at the second problem, we have plus 3 times minus 5, plus 2 times minus 5, plus 1 times minus 5, 0 times minus 5, minus 1 times minus 5. Now, we can see that something is common. And what is that thing? Minus 5. Minus 5. Now, looking at the pattern, plus 3, plus 2, you can see it's reducing. Plus 3, plus 2, plus 1, 0, then we have minus 1. Now, looking at our number line, come back to this. Minus 3, we have minus 4. So, minus 1. Before minus 1, what do we have? Minus 2. So, this will give us what? Minus 2 times minus 5, because minus 5 is common. Now, before minus 2, what do we have? Minus 3. So, this will give us what? Minus 3 times minus 5. And now, when you move again, what do we have? Minus 4. So, this will give us minus 4 times minus 5. And now, when you move again, when you move backward again, minus 5. So this will give us what? Minus 5 times minus 5. So we have solved the first question because the first question comprises of A and B. So looking at the second question, number 2. Solution to number 2. Solution to number 2. The first one there is minus 0.3 multiplied by minus 9. Minus 0.3 multiplied by minus 9. How do you solve this? Now, in this case, we can have minus times minus. What do we have? That's plus. From our rules of multiplication, is very important. So the answer to this problem, we should know that it will give us positive. That is the first thing you need to know. It's very important. Now, looking at this, minus 0.3 times 9. What do we have? In this case, 9 times 3, what do we have? That's 27. Then we carry 2. We are going to carry 2. Now, 9 times 0, what do we have? That's 0. Plus 2, what do we have? 2. Don't forget your decimal point. So the answer to this will give us 2.7. It's like plus 2.7. That's the solution to that problem. Now, let's look at the second question. This is mixed number. Minus 1.5 times 3 whole number 2 over 3. Before you can solve this problem, you need to convert each mixed number to an improper fraction. Now, let's do that. 1 times 1, that is 1 times 2 rather, sorry. 1 times 2, 2 plus 1, what do we have? That's 3. So we have here minus 3 divided by 2. Times, what do we have? 3 times 3, 9. 9 plus 2, that's what? 11. So we have 11 divided by 3. Now you have to look at them. This is a mixed number. This is another mixed, sorry, this is an improper fraction. This is another improper fraction. So 3 here, 1. 3 here, 1. Because this 3 is at numerator and this 3 is also at denominator here. So what do we have? Look at this. You cannot leave your answer in an improper fraction. You have to leave your answer in mixed numbers. So how many 2 will you see in 11? Looking at 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. So it means how many 2 are we going to see in 11? That is 5. So we are having 5 minus 5 first. Now, 5 that we are having now. 5 times 2, what do we have? 10. 11 minus 10, what do we have? That is 1. So we have minus 5 whole number 1 over 2. Minus 5 whole number 1 over 2.